Welcome to Truth Talk, the sensual shift, a weekly exploration of sensuality, intimacy, and the art of connecting with your body and your truth. I'm your host, Larice, and tonight we're starting with the foundation of every sensual journey self connection. Before confidence, before intimacy, before emotional openness, there is connection. Connection to your body, connection to your emotions, connection to your needs, connections to your truth. Yet, for so many of us, regardless of gender, self connection is the first thing we lose. We lose it to stress, we lose it to survival mode, we lose it to expectations, we lose it to heartbreak, we lose it to the pressure to perform, provide, or be strong. And today, we're shifting it back. So, why does self connection matter, you ask? When you're disconnected from yourself, everything else becomes harder. Your relationships feel heavier, your confidence feels unstable, your boundaries feel blurry, your pleasure feels distant, and your emotions feel overwhelming or numb. Research in emotional wellness consistently shows that people who regularly check in with their internal state, which include their feelings, their needs, and their stress levels, tend to experience quite a few things. They experience lower anxiety, higher relationship satisfaction, better communication, more confidence, more resilience, and just overall happiness. This isn't about being emotional, it's more about being present. Self connection is the foundation of sensuality because sensuality is not about performance, it's about presence. So, how do people become disconnected? Most people don't wake up one day and just say, I'm going to disconnect from myself. Today, I don't even want to be connected with me. Nope, not going to do it. It happens slowly. Five examples I have are overgiving or overperforming. What do I mean by that? I mean trying to be everything for everyone, trying to do everything for everyone, being there for everybody all the time. That can be overgiving or overperforming. Number 2 is being in survival mode. When life gets hard, the body shuts down non-essential feelings to cope. So when you go into survival mode, you're basically shutting down and just being there to just get through it and get past it and survive it instead of connecting with what is going on. Number 3 reason why people become disconnected is conditioning. Many of us are taught to be strong, be productive, or be stoic, but we're not taught to be connected. I don't know about you guys, but I get offended when I'm called strong. I don't know. I get offended when somebody calls me a strong woman or a strong black woman because I don't want to be strong all the time. Why do I have to be strong all the time? I just want to be, you know, just be. But we're conditioned that way. We're conditioned to be strong, get through it, be tough, take no shit. Number 4 is the lack of time or space. And self connecting requires stillness. It requires something many people never get. You know, some moms never get that time alone. Some people are so busy in leadership roles that they're working 24 hours around the clock. Even on their days off, they're working. They just don't have the time or the space to be still and be in the moment of themselves. And the last reason I have for why people become disconnected is from trauma or heartbreak. Pain can make us disconnect from our bodies as a form of protection. None of this is your fault, but reconnecting is your power. So I always tell myself and my friends, feel it. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be frustrated. Feel it, recognize it, cry if you have to, scream if you have to. Then you wipe those tears, get you a glass of water, put your big girl panties on, and get ready for the next day. So I guess that's a part of conditioning. See, I'm already conditioned that way to be strong, get through it. But a lot of times we just have to feel it and just, push through. So that disconnects us a lot from our bodies. Heartbreak, of course. We have heartbreak from friends, relationships, families. It's not just your partner or your sexual partner that can bring in heartbreak. Your kids can break your heart. It's a lot of things that disconnect us from ourselves regarding trauma and heartbreak. Now, we're going to shift into what self connection feels like. Self connection is subtle. It feels like being able to name what you feel, knowing what your body is asking for, feeling grounded instead of scattered, feeling present instead of numb, and feeling like you're living with yourself and not against yourself. It feels like coming home. We are our biggest critics. We think everybody's watching and looking and saying things sometimes, and it's just us in our own minds wanting to be better, wanting to do better, and there's nothing wrong with that. But self connection feels like, again, feeling like you're living with yourself and not against yourself. So, how do you reconnect with yourself? Once a day, pause and ask, what am I feeling? What do I need? Where is my body tense? Is your back hurting? Is your back tight? Are your arms tight? Are your legs tight? Are you clenching your booty cheeks together super tight? When when you get scared or nervous, or like if you're in the car and somebody slams on brakes too hard or not slamming on brakes enough and you're like clenching. Where's your body tensing? I'm sorry, mine's tensing my glutes. And what would help soften or ground you right now? Again, take the 60-second check in with yourself once a day and ask yourself, what am I feeling? What do I need? Where is my body tense? And what would help me soften or ground right now? This is emotional hygiene. A sensory anchor you can use is choose one sensory ritual that brings you back into your body. You can use warm oil on your hands, a grounding scent, a candle, an air freshener, a soft fabric, a warm shower, or just take slow, deep breaths. Sensuality begins with sensation for everyone. This is where Larice comes in. Warm oils, grounding scents, and sensory tools are simple ways to reconnect with your body. They're not always about intimacy with someone else, they're about intimacy with yourself. So take time to have the receiving practice, and once a day, allow yourself to receive something small. It could be a compliment, a moment of rest, a stretch, a deep breath, or a small little pleasure or hobby that you like. Receiving is a muscle, and many people haven't used it in years. So that was me just taking a breath and taking a moment and taking a second to connect with myself. Even after sharing and giving advice and talking to you guys, I had to take a moment. It's easy. You can take a moment in the middle of a conversation. I need a second. These tools are simple and designed to help you reconnect with yourself, not just physically, but emotionally and energetically. Before we close, take another breath with me. Ask yourself right now, where have I been disconnected from myself? And what shift am I ready to make? Let the answer rise gently and no judgment, just awareness. Don't forget to shop Larice.store for your intimacy enhancers and your sensuality enhancers. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Larice25 for Instagram, Facebook, Larice. And thank you for listening to The Sensual Shift. If today's episode inspired you, softened you, or opened something new, share it with someone who needs it. And explore more sensual tools and resources at Larice.store. Until next time, stay connected with your truth.